As a real estate investor, Propstream is one of the best tools that you can use, and in this video I'm going to show you why and how you can use it from an investor that's already done over 300 deals, how I use it on a day-to-day basis. So I really use it for like three big parts about my business. One is pooling data, so pooling data from motivated sellers to then market to those sellers. Two is to be able to run comps and be able to make offers to sellers. So part of making offers is understanding the market and what the property's worth. So being able to comp houses and accurately come up with numbers is obviously a very important thing as well. And three is finding cash buyers. So if you're wholesaling houses, getting properties under contract is only part of the problem. Finding an end buyer for that deal is the other part. So I use it to pool data, run comps and make offers, and to be able to find cash buyers to assign my deals to be able to get paid. So I'm just gonna dive in here to a screen share to show you exactly how I maneuver through Propstream. So when you log in, this is kind of the place you'll see first. The first part is finding lists. So being able to go in and find a list that you want to be able to market to. So you can search by zip code, county, city, whatever you want to do. Usually I go by city or county, because if you go by zip code, there's very limited data sometimes. But if you come in here, you can go by county to start out with. So whatever county that you're in, you can type in Franklin County, Ohio. There we go. So when you come in here, you can easily pop into these things. You can go to pre-foreclosures, you can go into bank owned, which there's really nothing you can do, cash buyers, liens, vacants, high equities, etc. But when you click this drop down here, this is where you can really dive into the nitty gritty. So if you want to do like owner occupied, yes or no. So if they live in the property, or if it's maybe a second home or a rental property for them. And you always want to make sure that you choose what types of properties you're looking for. I usually do residential and then single family, condo, two family, and 5+. So you don't want to come in here, you don't want to be looking for industrial and agricultural and recreational if that's not something that you're looking for, because you're going to be wasting a lot of time, energy, and efforts marketing to those people if you're never going to be able to get the deals in the first place. So you can go there, and then down here on the mortgage info, you can write in here that maybe they owe 50% on the mortgage. So if it's worth 300, maybe they only owe 150, meaning that they would potentially be able to sell the property for less than what it's worth today and still have room and profit margin on the deal for you to be able to go out there and make money. So this is one of the options, obviously. You can also come in here and quick list choices. Try saying that 10 times fast. But you can pull vacants, liens, pre-foreclosures, tax delinquencies. That's a really good list. So if they're delinquent on their taxes, there's 17,000 of them right here. So that could be a very motivated list. But here's kind of like a cheat code to get to the fastest list that you want to get to. And then basically from here, you get 5,000 free data records per month using Propstream. So this has 17,000 right here. So then maybe you back out and you do look up a zip code versus an entire county. So you go to the zip code, you go to the same thing, tax delinquencies, boom. So there's 430 of them here. So what you can do is you can check them, you can add them to your list, create a new one, tax 43230, boom, save. So now you have this list that you can market to sellers that would potentially be motivated in selling you their property at a discount. Cool thing with Propstream, again, you get 5,000 records. A lot of times other people will use a website called ListSource to pull data from. The problem is those are going to cost 10 to 15 cents per record. So to pull 5,000 data points from ListSource, it's going to cost you maybe $500 to $750 for the same data that you can pull here in Propstream and get 5,000 records every single month included within Propstream. And then number two, like I said, is running comps. Remember, this is massively important, being able to come up with accurate ARVs, because that's the number you start with, and then you deduct potential repairs and your fees, and then that is what you offer the seller. So you have to be able to come up with accurate ARVs very quickly. So again, we use Propstream for something like this. So if you come in here and you type in the address that you're talking about with the seller, you literally type the address in, it comes up, and then you can select a button over here that says details, and then you click comparable and nearby properties, listings. And then what you can do is you can come in here and you can draw exactly what you want. So residential, property type, single family, because this is a single family. So they're all gonna come up, and I go 6 months back. So right now it's 12 months back. So I'm gonna go 6 months back to get the right data that I want. And then all these houses come up, comparable houses that have sold, but I don't want to cross any main streets. And I want to keep the housing as close as possible. So it looks like North Broadway is potentially a dividing area. So, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to draw a circle around all these properties. And it looks like this street may be a dividing street. So I'm going to come in here and I'm going to just search these right here. So the best potential comps that I'm gonna have are gonna pop up right over here on the right. So you can come in here and you can see what your property is, which is a 3-bed, 1-bath, 1,200 square feet. So you wanna look for other 3-bed, 1-ish bathrooms in about 1,200 square feet, which all of these are about the same minus a bathroom. So if it has an extra bathroom, it's probably worth a little bit more. So this is a property that I've actually already sold for $179,000. But if you see here, this is $207,500, again, because it had an extra bathroom, most likely is why it sold higher than that. If you come here, 185, 1,100 square feet, let's look at the pictures here. There's no pictures on that, so you can take this to Google and you can see the pictures most likely right here. Cool. So you can see the pictures. It's renovated, you know, nice, livable. There's nothing huge that needs done to the renovation, so that's why it sold for $185,000. And I sold this a few months ago for $179,000. So this is how you can come up with accurate ARVs, is by looking at other properties that have sold. And one other thing to mention, that the green's public record and the blue's the MLS data. So right now you have duplicates. Like both of these are the same property. So if you want to pull up the MLS information will pull up right here, which is usually the best data to use. But for whatever reason, if you don't have the MLS, you can use the public record information as well. And the third thing that I use Propstream for a lot is to find cash buyers, as I mentioned earlier on in this video. Having an end buyer to buy the property from you is obviously very important when you're trying to wholesale a house, because you don't get paid until the end buyer buys the property from you. So being able to go out there and find cash buyers is massive, and that's what I use Propstream for as well. So if we dive in here again, if you type in the address, you click details just like we just did, click comparables and nearby listings. There's actually a button right here that says cash buyers. So it literally pulls up all the cash buyers in your area. So this is max range. Obviously, it's a very long time. So let's say cash buyers within the last 6 months that have purchased residential single-family houses. So right here, you have a list of about 50 people that are cash buyers that bought these properties with cash that you could potentially go out there and call to see if they're interested in buying another deal from you if you're wholesaling houses. So what that looks like is you can come in here and you can click on their name. So, you know, let's look for one that's lower. So 85 grand, boom, click here, click details. And then it gives you their LLC. So then you can skip trace this LLC. You can put it into the state of wherever you're at. For us, it's the state of Ohio LLC name search, and it'll tell you who incorporated the property. And then that's the name that you want to use to skip trace to see if they're interested in selling their property. But so I want to find one with a name so you can see exactly the name. So Ryan, that's another LLC. I'm going to get one of these. There we go. There's a name. So you can just skip trace the name, or you can skip trace the LLC to then find the name, to then pick up the phone and call like, hey, Jennifer, you know, I see that you just purchased a property at 1666 Aberdeen. I was reaching out to see if you'd be interested in purchasing a property just like that, just right around the corner. They're gonna be like, well, yeah, you know, I'm always looking for more deals. Boom, perfect. That could potentially be your cash buyer then. So as you can see, Propstream has a lot of tools that can be used for you as a real estate investor. So if it's something you're interested in seeing how Propstream works, there is a free 7-day trial that you can sign up for. If you click the link in the description, it can get you started. Just remember, after those 7 days, it will charge you $97 a month. So if it's something you don't like, make sure you cancel that subscription before it recharges. And if you're doing this just simply for the data, remember 5,000 records from ListSource could potentially cost you $500 to $750. You can get the same data for only $97 per month using Propstream. So this is why I love the tool, Propstream. This is why I use it every single day in my business. So if you enjoyed this video, if you could smash that like button for the YouTube algorithm, I'd greatly appreciate that. Make sure you hit that subscribe button as well, so you can get all this content going forward. And if you have any questions regarding Propstream, drop a question in the comment section below. As always, appreciate you being here. We'll see you on the next one.